Fucking all night, we don't look at no clock. She twisting my head just to pull up some locks. Got me on go, she won't tell me to stop. She told me to come and I came in the spot. I love how you go up and down like a star. I love how she goes when she busts like a glide. I love her little feet, baby, flash your little eye. Yeah. Fucking all night, we don't look at no clock. She twisting my head just to pull up some locks. Got me on go, she won't tell me to stop. She told me to come and I came in the spot. I love how you go up and down like a star. I love how she goes when she busts like a glide. I love her little feet, baby, flash your little eye. Fucking all night. The sex game right. She know I'm a star when we fuck, she ride like a first class flight. When we up in the air, we ain't got no limit. I'll be your general, she be my lieutenant. She driving my whip and you know that it's tinted. Might make a stop on this trip, we might fuck in the backseat. She be giving me time to relax me. She very swift and persuasive. I be riding her curves, get lost in her way. She won't tell me stop, she a gangsta I know the move go wrong, she ain't gon' hesitate. Little baby gon' pop. She my little young, but yeah, she got my heart. And bitch be cap, you know to play your part. Long as you keep it real, I won't play with your heart. Little baby, you the one, she a blessing from God. I thought it was a mirage. I know to take another trip and go and stay at the Mirage. In the garage, got a QA air with a digital dash. She hop in and we take off, baby, we go so fast. We ain't gotta stop for nobody. Shawty know I got your body. Anytime you need me, baby, you can just call me. I pull up fast like I got a GT. You know it's on me every time that I walk through. You know you protected, baby, you ain't gotta doubt it, boo. You know I got artillery, I clear the whole scene if it mean that you be safe. Fucking all night, we don't look at no clock. She twisting my head just to pull up some locks. Got me on go, she won't tell me to stop. She told me to come and I came in the spot. I love how you go up and down like a star. I love how she goes when she busts like a glide. I love her little feet, baby, flash your little eye. Fucking all night, we don't look at no clock. She twisting my head just to pull up some locks. Got me on go, she won't tell me to stop. She told me to come and I came in the spot. I love how you go up and down like a star. I love how she goes when she busts like a glide. I love her little feet, baby, flash your little eye.
Pressure. Start off with announcements for re-education for the nation. I watched that premiere just now on Walmart parking. I hope this is his name right. Did I name this right? Okay. Oh yeah, I named it right. On the Walmart parking issue. And I was seeing people say, "Oh, you can park at yeah, Discord don't play. Matter of fact, Phil dropped the Discord so they can see. Discord don't play around, bro. 100% notification. It don't none of that. It's gonna pop. We're gonna pull right through. Before we get into that, the private server, we're trying to work that out. You weren't in the Discord discussion last night. We're trying to work the private server out for GTA, so if you can help us with that. I'm pretty sure you know more about it than we do. What are we talking about? We're talking about the parking problem. I was watching and people were saying that, "Oh, I'm allowed to park at my Walmart." We're talking about this. It's talking about the whole country. If you found a Walmart you could park at, that's dope. I've parked at Walmarts too, but understand there's still signs up. There's still signs up. I know when you park, you see those signs that say don't park. Meaning it's up to the manager's discretion to get you out of there. Oh, where's my Red Bull at? Let me get my Red Bull, y'all. Let me get my Red Bull. 1 second. Let me get my Red Bull. Lady got me on sugar-free Red Bulls, man. It's embarrassing for me to show y'all, but I'm gonna show you. This is sugar-free Red Bull. But I guess I can't argue about it. It is what it is. Jordan Neal need to turn the notifications on. No, you join the Discord and make sure you get the notification. Everybody knows YouTube notifications are janky. They BS. Yeah. All right, we'll figure it out. Yeah, some old lady. I don't know if this helps, but now I'm on sugar-free Red Bulls. Whatever. Yeah. So, first of all, show of hands. Who knows that you're not allowed to park at Walmart? You can do it, but the current policy, the current signage at the park, you're not supposed to park there. You can be moved, you can be booted, you can be all those things. Hey, man, my old lady wanted, man, what can I do? She's trying to make me live forever, I guess. So it's one of them situations, it's our own fault as truckers. Yeah, but, I mean, some people are acting like, oh, what are you talking about? You're allowed to park. No, you're not, bro. This is going to blossom into a greater discussion on how you can take care of parking for the rookies. But no, you're not. You're not supposed to be parking there, man. You know, there's a lot of vigilante parking. I was one of them. I do them. But, you know, that's strictly for live men, not for freshmen. Understand that? You can put yourself in a pretty crappy situation doing it. Doing the crazy parking. They can mess you up. One way they can get you to move, you can get a violation. You can wake up, they can boot your truck, which is a thing in certain states. They wake up and they don't boot the tire, they boot the windshield. So they can boot your truck. And then after that, of course, you're going to be late and all these other things. You got to pay to get it off. And those boots aren't cheap, man. They're designed not to be cheap. They're designed that way. So basically, what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to call the manager and see if you're allowed to park there, not just pull up and park. Now, of course, there's places where you see people are just, it's in disarray. No one's really paying attention to that Walmart. Let's say it's under some crappy management and people just run ramshot over it. Yeah, but that thing can switch management at any time. Okay, or you can get a superstar manager that comes in at a certain time and he can boot your truck. That's the proper etiquette, Jay, to call ahead. Yeah, that's the proper etiquette, is to call ahead. But to say that, oh, well, that ain't the point, bro. Some may ignore you, but at a corporate level, they don't want you parking there. Okay? You got different workers and everybody have their own personalities. You have different managers and everybody have their own personalities. But the corporate mandate is to put up no parking signs in every freaking parking lot. There ain't no way you didn't go to a Walmart and didn't see no parking signs. It's right there. It's everywhere. We all ignore them. No overnight parking can be towed. It says it right there. And they're all over the parking lot. People get booted, right, Wallace? That's no joke. And you think, oh, well, everybody parks. That ain't the point, bro. What is the actual policy? What is the actual mandate on what you should be doing? You shouldn't be parking there. You shouldn't be parking there. Everybody knows it. Now, do we do it? Yeah, we do it. We do it, but you know, we got the rookies in here listening. We're trying to tell them the right thing to do. Because I have been messed up parking at Walmarts before. I have gotten the door knocked on by the security guard in that little white crossover SUV with the lights on it, and he tell me I gotta move. Let me tell you something. That's a bad feeling, bro. That's a rough, bad feeling, man. See, look, Savannah said he got towed from Planet Fitness. That's a rough, bad feeling, man. $850 to get it out. Right. And a lot of it is misinformation. It's, oh, well, you know, it's an industry standard. You know, we park at Walmarts. That don't matter, bro. There's a lot of Walmarts that don't want you parking there, and the corporate mandate, the actual official notices, you're not supposed to park there. How do you end up in the situation where you got to park there? That's the better question. Let's talk about the reason. Because you're there for a reason. Wait. You're there for a reason. What's the reason you're there? There's something that you're not doing properly, which puts you at a point where you got to park at a Walmart. Sorry, I just woke up. I don't understand that. If you were on my Twitch, you would know I just woke up because we be on Twitch late night. So all the people listening now, we're on Twitch at night. We're not. That's why I be still up if I'm even home. Hot shots, they probably do because they're smaller. I would guess they do. I've never driven a hot shot. We would have to get Toe Piglet on here to kind of give us a lowdown on that. I don't know that. Aaron Mosley, I'm ready to start CDL school. Any advice? Yes. Sign up for the Patreon. You can ask all the advice you want. The ad planning. How come Danny was the only one that got that? What ends you up there? Bad planning. Bad planning and loosey-goosey with being on task is what ends you up at a Walmart parking lot. And if it isn't that, it's I don't want to get up early, so I'm trying to get to the closest thing to the shipper. It's bad planning. It's not thinking through the load you just got. That's all it is. It's not thinking through the load you just got. You got to think through it. So, you get a load. It's going to Fontana, California. Right? It's going to Fontana, California. And you may think, okay, this is just California. But anybody who's been running for a while and they see that they got to take a load into Fontana, California, and it has to be there at 7 in the morning, which means you're going to pull in the night before. What is the first thing that you're worrying about going to Fontana, California? I'm about to test y'all. When you see that thing says Fontana, California, and you don't got a terminal down there, what's the first thing you're worried about? Especially if you got to stay there overnight. I'll wait. I'll let y'all answer the question again. The first thing you're worrying about, you got to go to Fontana, California. You're going to have to stay there overnight. No, I'm going to make it even worse. You ain't pulling in till like 6, 7 o'clock. Parking. Can y'all tell the rookies? Because they looking at the thing. They say, oh, it's a TA and a petrol right there, baby. I got parking. There's nothing to worry about. What time does that Fontana TA and Petro fill up? Because it's early. Y'all tell the rookies, and look for in your park while you shop, and ain't many places to go since California ain't trucker friendly. California is not trucker friendly. What time does it fill up? And it ain't late neither. He said 2 p.m., 4 p.m., 2 p.m., 5 p.m., 5 p.m. It's around. We can depending on the day, it could be from 3 to 5. It seems that way, Judah. Like 5, 4. Been packed all day. Now, since you done been through the gauntlet before, if I send you a load telling you, oh, you got to go to Fontana, California, the first thing you thinking in your mind is parking. You're not gonna. Let me tell you something. It is not easy to park down there in Fontana, bro. It is a pain in the tail, bro. It's a pain in the tail, man. The league used to have a trailer service place down there. Well, when you went to Fontana and you got to the TA and the Petro, you would go up under that bridge and you make a left, go down about 5, 6 blocks. We had a little place we could park. The people were so disgusting, they stopped us from parking over there. Now all you could do is just switch your trailer out and leave. They stopped us from parking over there. And you're right. You need money. You need some money. You just ain't gonna be parking there just to be parking there now. You ain't just gonna be parking there to be parking there. That ain't how this works. You have to pay to play. And that's both places. And the thing is, they're big parking lots. They're just filling up, man, because you can't park nowhere in California, bro. In that part of California. It's hard. It's hard. And you can't be parking far away because traffic there is abysmal. It ain't the best traffic in the world, man. You got to get close. So now your next question is, how do I duck this? See, the old heads that don't feel like dealing with it, they already know how to duck this situation. You done got to load 2 days before. Look, see, I couldn't even say it. Reserve parking and hope you can back into it. Because there's no guarantee you're going to be able to back into that parking spot. Because everybody's going to take up the good ones. I hope you can park there. Hope. And what we mean by that is hope that you have the skill to back into it. Barstow's another one. Some cats will do their time clock in a way where they will park in Barstow and they'll have time to wake up at 2 in the morning and get to where they're going. So if you got to be there at 7, you can technically wake up 4:30 and get there and be on time. Barstow method is cheaper. It's easier to park. A lot of people use that method. They don't even play around down there. They get in and out. They get in and out. They get in and out. That's how they move. So that means if you smart, you'll try to book your reserve the day you got the load and hope they're not filled up, because they may be. They may be. But when you talk to the old heads, they don't park down there at all, bro. They don't want to. No. They're going to start their day early. If they got to be there at 7, they're going to wake up in Barstow in the 4s and 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, because they know where they're going. They can only be there an hour or two before, and they're going to get down the road when there's no traffic, get to the place, get unloaded, have another one, have another load waiting, because they're talking to their DM like, listen, I want to be in and out of here. So I have another load waiting. So they're gonna pop and drop. They're gonna pop and drop and be gone. So they can go from one load to the next one, pick up, and hopefully park in Barstow on the way out if they're going east. Hold on, y'all. Jesus Christ, but they don't want me grinding, boy. That's something. But that's how they do you. Shit, man. I'm getting sick, ain't I? Exactly. So, I'm sorry, y'all. They be on me, bro. But the biggest problem is you got to pre-plan. That's the biggest problem. You're not pre-planning. And you think, oh, it's just Fontana. No, it's not, bro. It's Fontana. It's Portland, Oregon. Portland, Oregon parking situation ain't the best either. It's Seattle. Oh my God. I don't know if y'all see where are my people who really do OTR at? Y'all ever try to park in Seattle? Or what's that Love's outside of Seattle in Tacoma? It's like a Love's right there, and it's like the ships are right there. And it is like this small. You ever tried to park in Seattle? Oh my God, bro. Oh my God, bro. It is not easy. It is not easy, bro. Parking in Seattle. What's the original issue of the whole situation? It's abysmal, bro. It's terrible. And why is it that way? Because the country doesn't like truckers, but they like the thing that's in the back of their truck. Why isn't there enough parking for the truck for the freight you need coming into the city? Why don't you have enough parking to accommodate the freight coming into the city? You want the freight, but don't want the truck to stay there. It's the worst, man. It's the worst. Hovel load going. It's the worst, bro. We're not even going to discuss New York. It's just, come on, bro. Dealing businesses. It's just, you already know what it is when you go up to New York City. I'm a Tacoma at the Loves, and yes, you're right. Yeah. Beautiful place, though. Oh, my gosh. Tacoma's just gorgeous, man. Gorgeous. Don't try to park, though. It's rough there. Would you rather go west or be in New? I'd rather be west because the roads are built a little bit wider. Because the east is, we're not even talking about, oh, my God, Philly, New York, New Jersey. Oh, New York, New Jersey, the worst place to be going with a truck. The worst. The worst. You know, at least it doesn't cost $350 worth of tolls to get into Seattle like New York does. $3 p.m. for what? 10-11. DC's bad too. If you're going up from the south, going to DC on 95, you better park over there in Ashland somewhere. Because once you pass that, ain't many places to park. Ain't nowhere to park, really. There's one rest area where you get up to Dumfries, Virginia, but that thing's always full. Maryland, they got that Jessup. They got that Jessup TA, and lock your doors because that thing is ratchet at night. That's what I'm saying. It's pre-planning. When I get hit any one of these guys with experience with this load, when I give them this load, they already in their mind know what's going on. Oh, I need to do this. I need to do that. Oh, this load's going here. I need to do this. I need to do that. You know, really, the places you're not worrying about that is in between. You know, like Texas or something. And it depends on where in Texas now. But really, you're talking about 30 miles. There's going to be parking. But for the most part, you can park in Texas. You can park in Texas, man. It ain't that bad, baby. You know what I mean? Compared. You know, you just may have to do a 30-minute trek on the inside, but if you do your time right, you be good. But see, you're supposed to be factoring all this in. And a lot of y'all aren't factoring that in. And then you're ending up at a Walmart, and then you're saying we should be able to park there. Should is not in the equation. It's private property, man. They don't have to let you. Andre Thomas hits the Cash App. Didn't even say anything, man. Had nothing to say to me. Just hit the Cash App. All right, appreciate it, bro. I've never dropped a load in Rhode Island, bro. If I have, it was like one. I have no experience with Rhode Island, bro. I've never, just decided to park there. Oh my God, Atlanta, bro. Oh. Atlanta, bro. I mean, Atlanta is trying to creep up on New York with traffic and parking problems, bro. I swear they are. Oh my God, Atlanta, bro. Atlanta's the worst, bro. And then the traffic, man. Just driving from the east, driving from one part of Atlanta to the other side of Atlanta at the wrong time of day is just the worst, bro. And that petrol, I think, is at exit, 12? Across the street from the strip club. You got to get there at the right time and go in your truck and lock the door. Because you're going to see some booty meat out there. There's some booty meat running around now. I'm sorry, Kevin, but your city's terrible with parking, bro. Come on. Kevin don't want us talking about his city, man, but come on, man. Don't do that. You know your city is garbage on the parking situation, man. We ain't making that up. Man. What is it, the Blue Flame? That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. I don't see. Come on, man. I don't see it, bro. Not for me. Do you want to know the best way not to end up in this position? The best way to not end up in a bad parking situation. Now, it still will happen sometimes because the nature of the beast is things happen. But the best way to not end up in this situation, and I'm going to sound like a broken record. Do you want to know it? That's a fact. Montana and stuff, you can just slide right on in, baby. TA be looking bare. How many people in here are rookies and how many people in here are still in training? I remember you, Brandon. 1 second. That is one way, Supreme. Trip plan, pre-plan, yeah. There's a simple method. That an old head told me. He starts his clock at 4 in the morning. You don't got to particularly know your clock that well. He starts at 3, 4 in the morning. Regardless. That way he has his pick of litter of parking. Well, how does he have his pick of the litter of parking? Well, if you start 4 and you drive 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. Add 2 hours for BS, 3, 4. He's parking 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He's parking 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Start early, park early. That's exactly right, Dorian. You guys who like waking up late, you got to break out of that. You rookies. I hope y'all like waking up early. Start early, park early. It's that simple. Start early, park early. It's that simple. You starting your clock for, 3, 4 in the morning, you're going to have the pick of the litter. You're going to have the pick of the litter. And if you topple that on top of it with only having 10 hours in the sleeper, you're parking 2 to 4 p.m. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. Next day, you're going to have to wake up 2 o'clock in the morning. You'll say, I don't want to wake up that early. Hey, then you want to park crazy. Because notice all the people with parking problems, besides the ones who are scheduled, some people, the load just fell that way. Besides those guys, the guys who always are parking at 9 o'clock their whole week, they're just not taking care of their time. They're not taking care of their time. It's just that simple. They don't want to wake up. If you're parking 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night on a drive day, you woke up late. There's some within reason things that can get you into that position, but we're talking about for the masses. You woke up late. Night is another one too. Because if you run at night, you park during the day. And during the day, it's wide open, baby. That's true, Gideon. That's very true. But everybody don't want to run at night. You're more efficient at night. You save more gas at night. Less way to get in a accident at night. Roads are generally, except for winter in certain regions. If you go to certain regions and it's just kind of bad because of the snow. But driving at night, man, the night guys really got the pick of the road and the pick of the parking. If they're shutting down in the 6s and 7 in the morning, there's always a spot. They just slide right on in, baby. It just fits. Boop. Park anywhere they want. Everybody don't want to drive at night, though. I get that. I get it. But, I'm telling you, those guys are winning. And they're averaging, even with a 65-mile-an-hour truck, they're averaging in the mid-700s a day. They getting some money. They know what they're doing. Yeah, I mean, that ain't going to work in the Badlands, though. That's not going to work in the Badlands once you get into the Northwest. Because nighttime come, the road freeze over. That's true, Dorian. You can park in Pine Stops for free. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, it's a funny double-edged sword. Funny double-edged sword. Hold on. Where did I put the thing at? Hold on. It's a funny double-edged sword. Right now, I'm going to let everybody call in before I get off of here. I just want to touch on those points. I'm going to let everybody call in. Understand any profanity, I will boot you. I will boot you. Can't be any cussing, bro. Any profanity. If you up here, you can't speak without using a cuss word, I will boot you. You shouldn't have to cuss to get your point across. So I just open it up for the whole room to call in. Just hit that link and you can call in. Now, don't mind parking on the ramp sometimes, depending on where I am. Yeah, because a lot of states that's illegal. You can't do that. And I watch too many crime documentaries to do that. I'm not parking somewhere where I'm exposed. And some serial killer can get to my booty meat. I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that. The Patreon link has been dropped a rack of times, Alpha Trader. Been dropped a rack of times. You know, so I think I put it under that video that I just dropped with Phil in it. Marcus, Big Money Marcus, what's going on?
How's it going, TB?
And I'm trying to make it.
Yeah, I hear you on that. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on that night driving. It's one of the reasons why I love running nights, because it's always a parking spot. You know.
Right. Right, but you don't
Yeah.
get tired running overnight?
Say what now?
You don't get sleepy running overnight?
You know, sometimes I do. You know, sometimes it is painful because your body's not getting the energy from the sunlight. So theoretically, you really are more tired when you run at night.
Right.
Because you're not getting that energy.
But
if you play your cards right, you run through during the night, you get you a parking spot. You don't got to go through no traffic. Most of the time, it's just better driving, honestly.
Yeah, it's a lot of those shippers are more lenient at night because they're tired.
Yeah, just last night I was able to park at the consignee, and I was able to get unloaded this morning around 5:30ish, without even starting my clock. Now I'm on my way from I just picked up a load in Mitchell, South Dakota. I'm on my way to Addison, Illinois. I'm gonna see if I can park there at the place.
Yeah, the amount of time benefits to parking where you're picking up and dropping off at is that's one of the biggest gems someone can give you for your check, because it boosts your check.
Oh yeah, Yep.
You just end up being more efficient personally, but you need to if you're a person who parks at the consignee and shipper, you gotta have some stuff in your truck, man. You gotta have groceries, wipes.
Oh yeah, yes sir. I got me some some food. I got an air fryer that I like to use every night. 15 minutes done. You
Right,
know.
right. And a lot of people don't talk about that. So all these places do not provide bathrooms.
Right.
So you got to get your bathroom situation together. You could even be a rogue bathroom guy. I've heard of dudes having kitty litter in a 9-thing bucket. I've heard
I,
people
I,
doing the
I
whole
got empty
9.
bottles.
Empty bottles. So you at least got to have somewhere to pee.
Yeah.
And understand that don't throw that. You got to have a place to put that. Don't throw it on the ground because that's
Oh
what makes
no.
them people say you can't park there.
Yep. Exactly. That's why a lot of the WalMarts you see don't allow trucks to park there because people be truckers. The bad ones be throwing their trash and waste all over the place.
Right. And that's something they have to pick up. Then they don't want to ask the employees to pick up that type of stuff. That stuff carries disease and all type of crap. So
Exactly.
then they don't want to have they don't want to have to hire somebody to clean up the parking area. That costs them more money. They have to have someone go out there every day and clean up piss bottles. They're not going to pay us. They're just going to say you can't park here. No,
Exactly.
you can only park.
Like you said.
Hmm?
Sorry about that. Like you said earlier, you got to be the one to call ahead early to see if you can park there.
Yeah.
Just like, I pick up this load, I look at the load, see if I can get there same day. And if I can, I call the shipper or to see, I call the shipper or receiver and see if I can park there. And they say, you can't park there. I ask, what other areas I can park that's close to you guys.
And they'll say, "Oh, well, there's a truck stop 2 miles up the road, or
Yep.
there's a abandoned parking lot 2 miles, or most people park up here."
Hmm.
You know, so it's one of those situations where it's not an exact science because it's not an exact science because you never know what someone's going to say. You never know if it's going to be available. And some people just, they just flat out don't, they don't want trucks around. Some cities, the whole city don't want trucks around. So you'll
Right.
look at it, it'll be like a 50-mile barrier of where trucks can park. And you just got to park outside that, man. And you just got to, but if you're running a crazy night shift and knowing how to mess with your clock, you just wake up and say, okay, 50 miles, I'll call it 2 hours before I got to be there. I need to wake up. And if you're early, you got that kind of grease.
Yep.
If you late, you don't got that kind of time.
Right.
So it's just
It's all about time management.
yeah, it's all about time and what needs to be done. So I appreciate you for calling in. Let me get Arian on here, man. Thank you so much, Martin. Arian Melton, please watch the profanity. What's going on, buddy? You on ready? Van Dyke, what's going on?
TV, what's going on, man?
Trying to make it, boss. That's it.
Man, let me tell you, to all my flatbedders, I came across the best shipper in Houston, Texas. It's called Jamestown, North America. It's a small company. But I was outside of Katy, Texas. I was dropping off a load, and I was headed into Houston, and it was about 5, 6 o'clock at night, raining too. So you already know. You ain't gonna find that. You just ain't gonna find that. So I
Nope.
called, the shipping company, and I said, "Hey, can I park there overnight?" And the lady said, "Hey, we usually don't allow trucks to stay overnight, but due to the circumstances, you're fine. You can go ahead and stay the night." TV. The owner of the company came out while I was talking and said, "Hey, man, we appreciate you coming to get this load. We got a shower inside, and the employees getting dinner. You can get dinner, a shower, and it's fresh towels at
Whoa.
the shipper." When have you ever heard of it? When I
Never.
say, bruh, I pray. Look, boy, I prayed so hard when I got asked. Thank you, Jesus, boy. Look, they had a shower, TV, a shower at a shipper,
That's crazy, bro. Was the food
and
good?
dinner. Yeah, well, it was Chick-fil-A. I know you don't, you're on the vegan tip, but I was hungry
I'm,
after Tarpon in Houston. Man, look,
hey, I miss Chick-fil-A. I love me some Chick-fil-A. I ain't gonna stop.
I'm telling you, bro. So all my flatlanders, if you ever in Houston and you go to Jamestown, North America, treat them folks right. They actually emailed my dispatcher and was like, "Hey, thank you for, sending him. He's very professional. Didn't leave no trash on the ground, nothing like that." So I'm telling you, treat these folks right out here, man. They'll treat you right.
That
That's
treat,
not all of them, but
yeah, yeah. Some people are, they are what they are. But if you do what you're supposed to do with use and professionalism, that's you'll be all right. But at the same time, he was nice. He did what he was supposed to do, and they were nice to him.
yeah, bro. So if, all my flatbedders, if you ever in Houston and you luck up and go there, man, look, treat them people with respect, and I promise you, they're gonna take care of you.
I thank you so much, Van Dyke, because I ain't never got no dang on food somewhere. That's crazy. Phil,
Yeah, man.
big money grips. What's going on?
Man, it's funny because it always comes back to the bare bottom fundamental of time management.
Yes, it does.
Everything that you do in this entire industry is 100% dependent on your ability to manage time.
I don't think.
Because,
Go ahead.
for example, the way I like to run, which is similar to your style, as soon as I get a load, I'm squeezing every ounce I can out of the clock to get to my drop city at least a day early, if not half a day.
Mm,
That way, that way I'm so far ahead of my appointment time. If I want to, I can do one of two things. I can call up the shipper because I usually get the shipper's phone number. I mean, excuse me, the receiver's phone number, and say, "Hey, I'm here now. Can I go ahead and drop this? Yes or no?" But I know with certain things like when I'm carrying food, they usually have hard appointments. So I get to the drop city a day early and I can sit up and chill for 13, 14 hours.
right. That's why you're supposed to
Get
knock
some
everything
real
out.
sleep because huh?
That's why you're supposed to knock everything out immediately, so you have a lot of
Oh,
loosey goosey
definitely.
on the back end.
Yeah, I mean, like for myself, I keep myself tired in order to keep myself in a rhythm and rotation where I'll run in a way to where I sleep 6 hours and I'm up and I have enough energy to to run through the day, but it's to where I can go immediately to sleep if I need to.
Right.
Like in some cases, what I do a lot of the times is I overlap loads. The same day I'm dropping, I'm picking something up. So it may be a few hours in between. I'll snatch me a quick nap and I get on down the street to the next spot. If need be, I'll split my clock, run, maybe 100, 200 hours. I mean,
Right.
excuse me, 100, 200 miles, and then, go ahead and park up.
And see, and that's the thing that the cats are not really getting. If that's why that falls under staying on task.
Oh, 100%.
And when y'all say staying on task, that's while you're driving. That's on your 30-minute break, and that's on your 10-hour break. That's still staying on task. You got to stay on task, bro. You gotta
Yeah.
move and groove.
And, even though my truck is a little more turned up than most, even before that now when I had a cut down truck that only went, 64, 62, 65 miles an hour, the same principles still apply. Time management. If you type with that clock like you need to be, it don't matter how fast your truck is.
Right. It,
Because
it
you're gonna get there regardless because you're leaving on time. You know what the average moving speed is of your truck, so you can estimate how long it's gonna get you from point A to point B without even having to rely on a map.
Whoa. What happened? I'm sorry about that. That was me. Um,
Oh, okay.
no, that's so true. If you stick to the freaking, if you stick to the code and you stick to the on being on task, the load is usually booked at 55 miles an hour. So if you
Right.
if you just kicked it to 63 miles an hour and stayed on task, you're hours ahead of what you're supposed to be.
Right. And even in some for some of us guys that are, a little bit more experienced, even for the hot boy loads, that time management, you can still squeeze them crazy loads out. I'll give you an example. I went from what state was I in? I went from Casper, Wyoming to Colorado Springs, and from there all the way to New Jersey. No, excuse me. I went to Baltimore. No, I mean, excuse me, not Baltimore. Excuse me. I went to Boston in 3.5 days.
Mm.
That's 2,200 miles I cleared in 3.5 days by managing my clock right.
Yeah, that's 9 hours in the sleep room, waiting for that thing to turn to 10. That's what that is.
Oh yeah, definitely. I wake up 30 at least 30 minutes before my 10 hours rolls over.
That means all your coffee and going inside of the truck stop, that is during the sleeper berth. That's not after.
See, I don't even do that though. I've gotten to where unless I'm just running low on supply, I go buy in bulk from Walmart during my off time if I'm catching a 34 or if I'm on home time or whatever. I'll stock my truck up with all the necessities I may need, energy drinks, snacks, trail mix,
Mm-hmm.
food, all that good stuff. I get all that stuff way ahead of time. Now, if I'm in a city and they got some nice spots to eat, if I have the time to, we'll slide off and go eat somewhere,
Right.
catch a good sleep, and get on down the road. But for the most part, I'm eating on the truck.
Yeah, most people like the pageantry of getting up and going to get coffee in the morning. That's why I say if you some truckers, they like that ritual. They like to get up, they like to walk in. They're walking, they're getting more alert. You get their coffee. Some of these guys are lonely, so they get their little human interaction, and then
That's true.
and then they start running. But what you're saying is more efficient and more it's better for your money. I agree. It's way better for your
by
money.
far.
But some people they don't get chipper that quick. They need to walk and bump into walls and they gotta get up.
Right. Maybe even with doing that, you still should be calibrating your sleeping your time to where you can allow for that I
Hour.
guess you could say that shakedown time. Yeah.
Right. And some guys, listen. I know my father is a pretty experienced guy. You're talking about 28 years. His friends are 28, 26, 30 years doing this. They sleep, to be honest, for 4 to 5 hours. So they'll go to sleep.
On the high lean of extreme.
Yeah, it's on the high lean of extreme. Now, there's a couple of reasons why these old guys do that. The older you get, the less serotonin you have in your body. So you're going to sleep less when you get older anyway. That's why your grandma used to get up and watch TV on the couch 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, my great grandmother gets up at 4:30 in the morning for no reason.
Yeah, for no reason. They just get up. So what they do is they stop, they go to sleep, they'll wake up, and these guys will go sit in the petrol for 2-3 hours, bro.
Wow.
And when they start their truck, they still got 30 minutes before the freaking 10 hours up. That's why when you go through the petrol, you see them guys in there lounging.
Yeah.
In the middle of the night or in the middle of the day. Some of these dudes run at night. But see, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They're not fighting through their drive shift, bro. It's to the point where it's just like breathing to them. Y'all are fighting through your drive shift as rookies because you're really not set up. You're not set up yet to do it that way. You think you are, but you're not.
There's a body calibration you have to go through that really doesn't really just become asynchronous until your third or second year,
Right.
Just really just getting after it.
Yeah, well, the point where when you read something, your body just knows what you need to do. You read something that says, if you feel good when you get a load, you pick it up, or they send you a load, and it says, oh, you got 2 hours to go pick it up. But then you look at the drop off, and that thing says 0-100 to 2,300. You're like, oh, that's wide open on the back end. Woo-wee. I can relax. Now, if you're a dude who ain't trying to get his money, you'll say, I'll just BS a lot of this time. If you're a guy that says, oh, I can get this off immediately.
Yeah, I'm the kind of person where I'm looking at my drop time window, and if I have a window appointment, if I don't have a hard appointment at the time, and it's saying like a 6 to 12 or an 8 to 9 or whatever, I'm hitting it. I'm there 30 minutes before their open time.
Right. And that's why,
if not within 10 minutes, if they don't have a parking situation. Here's something too for the inexperienced people, which a lot of y'all, I'm gonna say this, 2 things. One, the very first investment you need to make is not a headset. You need to buy a truck GPS to protect yourself from scalping a truck in these cities. For one. For those of you who want to be hard-headed and don't, or just don't have the funds yet, get the Copilot app and run that in tandem with Google Maps. But with using Google Maps, you need to use satellite mode so you can get a visual of what you're going to be coming into once you get to your shipper.
Yeah, you should be able to look at a turn and see if it's wide enough and all that type of stuff. But,
right, to make sure you're going down the right streets. If you're in a city where they be like, oh, this road is restricted, you have a route to get around it to get to the other side where your shipper is at the other end of that street.
Yeah, you got to run Google in tandem because Google will tell you about the traffic.
Right.
They're gonna tell you about traffic, storms, crashes. They're gonna tell you about all road closures. But this is what another thing y'all need to get too. You need to get a screaming meanie or a screaming eagle. They got two different names. Because y'all are struggling with waking up when you first get in the game. You're struggling with waking up.
And I'll take it a step further too. Don't have that thing next to you. Put it in the front seat where you are forced to get up to go cut it off.
That's the one. Because by the time you'll sit down and be like, man, I gotta get up, bro. Like, because if not, you just hit the button.
Yep. And
it hurts it can damage your ears, so you don't want that thing close to you.
Right.
It's loud. It's the timer. So what I used to do is I would park and I go right to it and I put 9 hours and 30 minutes on that thing. And that's regardless if I'm watching TV or whatever. Just know that thing is ticking down. Tick, tick, tick. It don't care. And then when it goes off, boom, you good to go, man. All right, get up, do what you got to do. Woo, woo, woo. And you get down the road. 1 second, we had we got to show love to the people that actually gave support to the show today. This show was sponsored and give support by Andre Thomas, Mbusa. I always say that dude's name wrong. Robert Wallace and Gold Phoenix. Gold Phoenix is the top contributor of the day. He's top dog today. Hold on. What did you get?
Huh?
What did you get? Did you get something to eat just now?
No, I didn't. I ordered them.
I just asked you, did you get something to eat? That's all I want to ask you. You got something to eat.
I ordered them. That traffic was crazy.
Oh, okay. I don't need nothing. I'm just asking. Nah, me and the boys gonna jump on zombies after this. You gonna jump in? All right, we'll see. She gonna jump on zombies with us today.
Oh, that's dope.
Pretty crazy. Dorian West also is a contributor as well. But like I said, the biggest thing we want to get done, the biggest thing I want y'all to understand is for you to be a high knowledgeable driver. When you're a high knowledgeable driver, you are in less pain. The more you know, the less you hurt. It's that simple. The more you know, the less you hurt. Because every time you go through something, it's because you didn't know. When you drive into New York for the first time, and you think you're gonna park in that New York 300-mile area after 8:00 at night, you learned a hard lesson. That's not gonna happen. I don't care. Oh well, I'll park on the tollway. The tollway ain't got no parking either. That thing fills up. It fills up. Those are nice rest areas, by the way.
It's a painful day when you're hanging off the entrance of the rest area.
And you scared someone's going to wake you up and tell you to move. But understand, I tell you, there's certain roads that people immediately get happy on. Like if I told Phil, hey man, you're going to go into Ohio, take 80. He knows he's going to stop and get Panera Breads at those rest areas. There's Panera Breads over there. Those rest areas on I-80 going through that corridor, they got some nice rest areas, bro.
Man, my fix is Dunkin' Donuts, man.
Over Panera Bread?
Not because of the donuts, but the bagels and the coffee get me.
Bro, you got to open your mind up to Panera Bread, man. Oh, my God, bro. Panera Bread is killing all of those people.
I've had it a few times. It just wasn't my cup of tea.
Yeah, it was. Oh, yeah, that's true. Check K-Dot was right. Check for sleep apnea, because I know a lot of y'all like, I don't want that machine. Man, the people I know who end up getting it, they're in love with that machine.
No, that machine can legitimately save your life in a lot of cases, especially for those of us who may be struggling with I'm going to just say it, maybe struggling with our weight.
Right. Listen.
It's very important to make sure you're having proper amounts of oxygen while you're sleeping, because that's the biggest silent killer ever.
Right, and even if it doesn't kill you and kill you that night, you're not getting. See, I have an app on my phone which gauges my sleep. I have bad insomnia, so I track my sleeping. It gauges my sleep. Oh, let me get to it. See this? It gauges how good the sleep was. It gauges everything. It tells you when I'm low, when I'm not, when I wasn't sleeping, when I was actually getting rest that counted. It tells you. This app is called. Hold on, let me get to it so y'all can get it. Where is it? There. This app is called Auto Sleep, and it tracks your it tracks your sleep, automatically. Now, I do have an iPhone watch. You don't have to get a new one. You can get one off Amazon for like $90. You don't have to get a new one. I have an iWatch, not the one that has the actual phone in it. But they have apps like this for Android and the Android watch, and it keeps track of your sleep. It keeps track of everything like that. You can do that for one day, and it will let you know if you need a CPAP machine. Because it'll keep saying you're falling out of sleep. It'll keep showing you. You're falling out of sleep. You're falling out of sleep. That's making you tired the next day. That's bringing down your immune system. That's bringing down a lot of stuff. And I know you think, I ain't going to wear the CPAP machine. But the people I know who wore it are in love with it. I tell you, Matty Ice got one. And he was like, this thing changed my life. He felt completely recharged the next day. Recharge.
Yeah, because every time that you wake up, I mean, you're not physically waking up, but every time your breathing stops in your sleep, you're resetting your REM cycle, which you need that to function.
You need that to function. Look what Laundry says. He says, I've been on CPAP for 6 months now. Well worth it. I feel well rested after 4 to 6 hours of sleep. And if you've been going a couple of years without that, you'll feel like a new person. Oh my God, you feel great. You think, oh yeah, but it's like for fat people. Do you understand bodybuilders use CPAP machines?
And it's better to get it on your own. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. You're right about that because the price. You're good. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was going to say because it's better to get it on your own than when you're forced to get it because of your medical card. Nobody talks about that when you're mandated to get it when you go to some of these carriers when they do the sleep test,
right.
Or they do the breathing test, or they do the physical before you actually get hired.
Right. And the thing that makes them put that on you is your neck. It's your neck. Your neck is getting so big to where it's collapsing when you're sleeping, and that's where the hard snoring comes from, and the restricted breathing. Your body wakes you up. Thank God your body has that kill switch to wake you up. Because if you're not, you would just die. It raises your blood pressure. It raises your blood pressure? What raises your blood pressure? Melatonin helps me get this. Yeah, it does help. The older we get, the less you have. Also, the diet you have. What raises your blood pressure, Kevin? You saying the CPAP machine raises your blood pressure? I didn't know that. I didn't. You got to explain that one. I didn't know how.
I would think it'd be the opposite effect. Not having would.
Yeah, I mean, how does it raise your blood pressure? Yeah, we got to stop here and figure that one out. How does it raise your blood pressure? I didn't know that thing. I would think not getting the appropriate sleep, and that affects a lot of things in your health. The sleep, people, they take it for granted, but you need sleep. You need it. And if you don't get it, your body will shut down and get it by force. It's like, dude, it'll just flip the switch on you, and you'll wake up 17 hours later. CPAP saves your lives, but if you have okay, CPAP saves your life if you have high blood pressure. Okay, all right, so it does help you. All right. Not breathing raises your blood. Oh, he's saying that the not breathing raises you. Okay, not breathing raises your blood pressure.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, that makes sense. I was to say, okay, that's dope, man. I'm just like I said. I've switched the channel to 100% gym dropping, and I don't know how y'all enjoy that. If we're not having a particular gym dropping thing, I won't post at all. I top it to 100% gym dropping because I want it to be a certain level of value for the rookies when they listen to it. I also want the people who aren't rookies to be like, hey, man, if you're a rookie, go listen to this channel. This channel right here gets you straight with a lot of the stuff that you're probably not thinking to ask me or didn't even think was a problem. It'll pop up. I want our message board, the chat room to be so knowledgeable and dropping gems that a person just sit back and read it and get a bunch of gems that they need. It helps your body with oxygen intake. Yeah, that's dope. So I want y'all to understand these things before you get in the game, so you know that, all right, well, this definitely, it can affect your life insurance rates. Yeah, but most of us don't even have life insurance. To tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Man, it's called it.
We got to get whenever the time is for. We got to get Miss Erica back on here to give some more game about life insurance.
We got, because life insurance is important. So a lot of y'all don't even have it, or like I said, some of y'all need to, before y'all go buy that favorite pickup truck or Range Rover, you need to factor in your health and life insurance and retirement savings before you buy any of those things. But most people, they buy everything they want first, then they'll be like, give me the cheapest of everything on my insurance, which is backwards.
Or some kind of unforeseen event happens, and we got to start a GoFundMe to bury you, or to cover your loose ends.
Right, and it just puts you in that situation. Thank you, Gideon, for showing support to the channel. But I gotta get out of here, man. I gotta jump on the. We doing zombies today, so it'll be me, Rich Music, probably Trevor, and my old lady. You ain't home yet, are you, Phil?
No, not yet. I will be on Friday.
How come when I'm home, you ain't home? When I'm gone, you home?
I have no idea.
I feel like you ducking the brother, man. Just be real. You ain't messing with me no more. I just said, bro. You ain't gotta lie about it. I'm still using them videos I got out. You don't know that.
Hey, all for the greater good.
I'm still gonna drop them things, bro. You can be mad at me, but I'm still gonna drop them though. I don't care. That's a fact, dog. Yeah, King, we about to jump on zombies, man. It's gonna be me, my old lady. I don't know if I'm not even gonna. I don't think I'm streaming. I'll probably stream it to the Discord. Now I don't know if I'm streaming it at all because we kind of suck right now, so it ain't even worth streaming. Yeah, it ain't even worth really streaming it like that. But we're gonna go ahead on another thing too. I'm trying to get the what they call that server for GTA, something 5.
You're talking about the
upgraded private server,
RP servers.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that so we can get it tricked out and all that. I already got a crew. I got a new regime crew on GTA. It's only one I got in there is Railman. It's PC Master Race over here. So if you a PS4 dude, you can play the Call of Duty because it's cross-platform with us. 5M, that's what it's called, Dominic. Thank you. You can play the cross-platform with the Call of Duty, but GTA don't allow that, so I can't play with y'all on that one. So
yeah, they did at one point, but for some stupid reason they got rid of it.
Yeah, who knows? People, who knows? But yeah, that's what we rocking. So Call of Duty Zombies, which I know a lot of you guys who play Warzone is thinking, oh man, that Zombies is for kids. That is intense. Zombies is intense, bro. It's not. It's strategy involved in it. It's not as simple as people think. Because I've had people who good in Warzone get over to Zombies and can't do it.
That'd be me.
Yeah. So you got to learn the groove over there. So we're gonna work all that out. Drop the Discord for the people who want to be involved in it, because that's really where we do all the other stuff on the low. When that stuff happens on there, there's no notification unless you're within that server on the Discord. So don't slip on the Discord. Drop the Discord for them real quick. You better get all of your practice in because my retirement is coming. King, ain't nobody worrying about you playing no game, bro. You always talking about the game, but don't play, bro. You don't play. We starting to call BS on that, bro. You're like, yo, we calling BS, man. Stop it, dog. You could have been played the game with us, man. Phil ain't retired. He played with us. What you talking about?
True.
Thanks, C. Lundy, for super chatting. Thanks you so much for calling in, Phil. I'm gonna get out of here and get my game set up. Everybody go to the Discord. That's where I'm gonna be talking about the game and everything like that. Don't do drugs. Be happy, which is the best thing you could possibly be. And I thank y'all for paying attention. I hope this helps somebody out. I hope this puts somebody in a position where they can actually do better for their check and for their safety and for their health. The point is to do better. Do not do